You are watching WPTV, award-winning college television.
Welcome back to the desk. The MLB postseason is in full swing. Here to break down everything on the diamond is Daniel Karp, Andrew Garofalo, Matt Jinks, and Kyle Moppert. Gentlemen, let's start this block off hot with Aaron Judge, who had another historic regular season, hitting over 50-plus home runs. And the Yankees are going to ALCS. But Andrew, what does Aaron Judge need to do this October?
Well, simple. He just can't strike out. So far in the postseason, he's 2 for 13 with 5 strikeouts. And in his postseason career, he has 184 at-bats, 71 strikeouts, and a .27 batting average.
Yeah, striking out. You can't strike out in the postseason. You got to keep it going. Keep those bats going. Mop?
You know, as silly as it sounds, but you just got to put the bat on the ball. Yeah. I mean, it's not that hard for this man. I mean, he's hit 50-plus home runs 3 seasons, you know. Like Andrew just said, he has 70-plus strikeouts in his playoff career, batting around 200, you know. Just hit the ball, man. Like, that's all we really need.
Yeah, it's keep it simple. Like, it's like, but Karp, I'll swing it over to you. What does he need to do?
I'm going to make it simpler than that. He needs to find a power stroke, and he needs to bring the boom. No pun intended. I mean, before the season ended, had a 5-game home run streak until Aaron Boone decided to sit him the day before the last game of the season. 5 home run streak, and before that, let's not forget, he was on a 16-game homer-less streak. So he was a little cold before the season really ended, but we didn't know what this guy is capable of. Once he finds a power stroke, once he gets hot, he's going to be great, and the Yankees really need this guy to step up in the CS and if they make it to the World Series.
Yeah, Jinx finishes off here.
I'm going to try to keep it simple, too. As Andrew said, the strikeouts are a problem, but I think Judge needs to find some grass. He has 8 batted balls, and he's hit a few to the warning track. He's hit a few hard hit balls. As soon as he gets one in the gap or hits one out, I think he's going to go on a hot streak.
Yeah, let's switch it over to the Tigers and the lefty Tarek Skubal, who has been the only legitimate starter for the Tigers because they've been just throwing out pitchers left and right. Jinx, I'll go over to you. Who else needs to be in that rotation, needs to step up for them if they want to beat the Guardians?
I think it's got to be Ty Manning. Now, Ty Manning pitched in that big Cleveland win 7-0, the first game of the series. Only pitched 2/3 of the inning, giving up 2 runs and 3 walks. I think if the Tigers want to go far in this postseason and they want to keep it going, Ty Manning needs to step up and have more quality starts.
Yeah. Andrew?
I'm going to go with the young rookie Jackson Jobe. Just 2 appearances so far in the postseason, 3 earned runs on 5 hits, and just an inning and 2/3 of work. But there's a reason why he was drafted number 3 overall in 2021. There's a reason why he was the number 1 pitching prospect this year. You just can't let the moment get to him.
Yeah, Mop, who's your home for the Tigers?
I went with Jason Foley. He had 28 saves in the regular season, so he was their go-to guy and their closer. But it's weird. He only pitched 1 time so far this postseason. It was against the Astros. Gave up 3 hits. He has a 27.0 ERA. And I don't know. It's just been weird. I feel like he's just got to get that confidence back, and especially for later in the season, they need those go-to guys, and he was their go-to guy in the regular season, and that's why they made the postseason. So I think Jason Foley needs to step it up.
Yeah, absolutely. Daniel finishes off here.
It's going to be Reese Olson for me. Reese Olson, regular season, had a pretty promising regular season. Looks like he's going to be a guy behind Tarek Skubal in next year and the year's future. 4 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, and 4 strikeouts on the other day against the Guardians. I mean, if this guy steps up, you have an easy number 2 right behind Tarek Skubal. If they win against the Guardians tomorrow night, you probably will be starting Game 1 against the Yankees on Monday night.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, but gentlemen, let's talk about those Mets. Let's meet the Mets. They've been exceeding expectations of all of baseball and every fan, basically. Daniel, they're advancing to the NLCS for the first time since 2015. Who has been an unsung hero for them in this magical run?
It has been Sean Manaea. Put respect on Sean Manaea's name. I've been high on him since his days in Oakland, and finally he comes into the Mets. He's been pitching great all year. He comes into the postseason. Game 1 he pitched great. Game 4 he pitched great. This guy has been awesome for the Mets. This lefty, you know, the velocity has been up, the velocity has gained, and he's just unmatched aura there at Citi Field the other night when he was there. You know, I don't like the Mets, I don't like their fans, but I can't not put respect on Sean Manaea's name.
I know you don't like the Mets.
I do not.
Well, I know. But he's been an absolute dog for those Mets.
It's the haircut, I think.
Yeah, maybe. Jinx?
We need to talk about Jose Quintana. 11 innings, no earned runs. He pitched in that big game against the Brewers when the Mets came back in the 9th inning. If he doesn't give 6 innings of quality baseball, I don't know if the Mets advance. He also pitched 5 innings in the last game of the series against the Phillies, no earned runs. He has been a key factor to the Mets run, and I think he's going to continue throughout the rest of the season.
Yeah, the Southpaw has been immaculate in the Mets run. Andrew?
I'm going to go with Mr. OMG himself, Jose Iglesias. He's just brought so much energy to the team, the fans. He's a veteran.
Yep.
He's been a mentor to Mark Vientos, who's broken out.
Yeah,
and he's so much fun to watch.
Yeah. Mop?
I'm going to go with Mark Vientos here. Batting in the 2-hole, which is very crucial for a playoff team. As you see in the Yankees, they have Juan Soto in the 2-hole. The Mets got Mark Vientos. He's batting .429, 7 RBIs, and on the fielding side, he has a 95 percentile fielding rate at third base, and that's the hot corner, as they say. And, I think there's not a more crucial role in an offense than the second hitter in the lineup to get the leadoff guy in the more bases. So I think I got to go with him.
Yeah, I mean, Carlos Mendoza is trusting Mark Vientos in that 2-hole, and he's been showing that he can be in that 2-hole.
Yep, exactly.
But let's switch it over to the Dodgers. They have knocked off the Padres in Game 4 of the NLDS with a defensive 8-0 win on Wednesday night. Game 5 is tonight, and the winner advances to play the Mets on Sunday night. Andrew, take us through how these teams match up against each other.
Well, for the Padres, batting average ERA 3.74 and 5.40 for the Dodgers. 11 home runs for the Padres, 7 for the Dodgers. 246 average for the Padres and a 244 for the Dodgers. 769 OPS for the Padres and 716 for the Dodgers. I think tonight's going to come down to the pitching.
Yeah. Mob, who do you think will win this series?
I think the Padres. From the beginning of this playoffs, they were arguably one of the hottest teams in the league coming into the postseason. And I just think their hitting and their pitching is just superb over every team left in the postseason. And honestly, if the Yankees don't win, I think the Padres will. I mean, Darvish is pitching tonight. Why not have a veteran pitcher in a closeout game? He's pitching 1.29 ERA, and he's a very good pitch mix. So I think the Dodgers are a little fraudulent in the playoffs, as always, they usually are. And Freddie Freeman is one of their best players. He's a little shaken up. He's not fully healthy. So I think the Padres take this one in 5, and they go on to the NLCS to play the Mets.
Yep. Mop said Padres. Who are you going with?
I'm going to agree with my friend Mop over there. Yep. I'm also going to say the Padres. I mean, I think it's going to come down to pitching, like Andrew said earlier. I mean, Yamamoto, Darvish going against each other. Darvish has a history of playing very well against the Dodgers, and in the small history, Yamamoto, very bad against the Padres. So I think the Dodgers bullpen is going to be used early. They did a bullpen game the other day. It worked out for them, actually. And then Freddie Freeman, his status is still questionable. What's going on with him? We don't know. And Fernando Tatis has been absolutely out of this world. And I got to shout out my guy, Kyle Gashioka. He's been awesome, too. So taking the Padres tonight.
Yeah, Jinx. 2 people said Padres. Where are you going with this one?
I gotta be different. I gotta go with the Dodgers. My original pick was Dodgers in 5, and I'm gonna stick to it. I picked Dodgers because they don't have Musgrove, but I think Yamamoto's gonna have a bounce back game. I know Darvish is pitching, but Dodgers are back home, and I think they're gonna take it.
Yeah, Andrew finishes off here.
I'm going to agree with Jinx and go with the Dodgers. They're back in LA. There's a reason why the Dodgers have been in the playoffs 12 times in the past 12 years. I just think they need to jump on Darvish.
There's also a reason why they don't win the playoffs.
Yeah.
The only ring they win is the one with short amount of time.
It's a Mickey Mouse Club.
All right, let's wrap it up here on this MLB block. But don't forget to follow. It's not a wet October, but it's a hot October on the Diamond. And the month of October is the sports equinox, and that means the NBA season is beginning. Let's check in with Bijan and Rico with the NBA crew next on WP Sports Desk.